Hello and welcome to another episode of Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors. We are ready now for the first race of the season, which will be Singapore. Heavy rain in the qualifying, but very hot in the race, so we'll want the longer tyres, the harder tyres. I fitted the parts. Enrique Lara is basically our number one driver, mostly because she's technically she's equal status, while McRover's number two. So by putting the best ones on her, we avoid anyone being too unhappy with it. And the good news is the overall commitment for our better parts is at 1%, so we're doing alright now. Heavy rain in the qualifying, so we might be able to sneak in a dry lap if we're lucky and come top. Sponsor, I'm gonna go 10th or above and play it safe for now, and we'll see how the season progresses. If we do alright, I'll obviously up it. Where's all that money come from? Well, I thought we had less than that. Obviously that's on my seasonal objective and stuff like that. So we'll be spending that on parts, we're going to try and win. I think, Jesus Christ, the dogs are off on one. We're going to try and win this league. I'm not going to be too fussed if we don't, but I think this is winnable. We've got the engine and gearbox for it. We're number one for both. Just the brakes might hold us back a bit, but we'll see. We'll see. I think top three is... Well, fourth is our target, but I think top three we really should be getting here, especially after last season. But the thing is, we have lost the nurse perk up until Enrique Lara gets it later in the season. So I will take practice, first race of the season. I'll have to mess with the setups again, and I will see you for qualifying. That is the end of practice. We got the top two spots by a country mile, but it is practice, it doesn't matter. Modi getting 1:15.5, the closest to us, but we're nearly 2 seconds ahead. Makarova beating Lara despite having the worst car here, the weaker car. That's interesting to see. So qualifying, there's no rain to start with, so we're going to go out straight away. Qualifying trim and super overtake mode for Makarova. Qualifying trim and super softs for I hope you can't hear that in the background. Mum's cooking tea, so there will be noise, but I'm very limited when I can actually record, so I've kind of got to take what I can get. We'll send these guys out straight away. Let's go. Come on. Right, so we'll just we'll go as fast as possible here. I'm guessing it's going to rain pretty late, so we'll set the fastest time to start with. It'll probably be Makarova with super overtake mode. We're on 13.9. That'll put us on pole. Lara 1.5 seconds behind, but 0.15 seconds behind. Is it Thornton we've got to look out for here? Yeah, Thornton. Although they're going to get caught in the rain, so we might have got the top two spots here. I mean, that's at the fastest sector one time, but hopefully the rain does slow him down here. It's only slightly faster than me, than Makarova. No, it's still faster. The rain doing nothing to stop him here. Good stuff. Do we get denied pole? We don't. The rain slows him down in the third lap, in the third sector, and it's going to hold on, I think. So I think we've got the top two spots here. There's no point in going out again in the rain. We can't beat a drier time. No, you don't, because there's no point. So someone might beat us on the inters. It can happen, but I'm hoping our car's good enough that it's not going to matter. I don't see any purples. I see greens, but not purples. And it looks like we're going to get the top two spots. Are there points for pole position in this league? I don't think there is. Makarova's on pole. Lara is in second. Partinon's going to be a threat. He kept up with us, and he would have got pole if it wasn't for the rain in the third sector, I do believe. But even then, he was very close. It was like a hundredth of a second, or a thousandth of a second in it. So we get pole. So we now know qualifying we should get top six. The Thornton's faster car is going to be a threat, but the second driver's down here. Now we can't push the engine because it'll need fixing if we don't. If we do, soft tyres, race trim. Don't to go with this. Because how long? Right, 33 laps. We have to go with the softer compound because it's too hot. Let's go 10 to 12. 14 laps. We have to pit twice. We might have to do a long stint at some point. How long can you go? 12 to 14. That's a bit better. I might have to put the. Good damn phone. Right footed on. I think I'm gonna. And again, his repair is gonna have to go in the pits anyway. You know, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna take the risk. I'll take the risk. Weight stripping. I don't think we're gonna touch this because we haven't got the nurse perk yet. And we could do with that, but we're not getting a lot, to be fair. So I'm not going to touch it this race. Once the reliability is up, we will do it. Soft tyres, race trim. Already got level 1 from mechanics, so I shall get nurse perk pretty soon, especially if we have a good race. Right, let's do it. So we've got top 2. Partonen's going to be our main threat from the looks of it. We are on the slower tyres, but we are playing a long strategy. Get everyone on attacking. Bad start for both drivers. Makarova's going to lose pole position and immediately lose ground and drop. But they are pushing their engine, so they're going to need repairs, and they are on the faster compound. So we are playing the long game here. Lauer's going to keep top spot for now. What you got to hope for here is Lauer can start pulling ahead a little bit while these guys fight for like second and third. That's why pole can be so good in this game, because if you get it and get an early lead, you don't usually lose it. But we'll see what happens. To say 10% already. With people pushing their engine, they're going to need repairs. That's the idea. Makarova up into 4th now. I'm not too worried about Team Kyo. I don't think they were that good. I think they're like similar to us last season. We'll go normal. I'm going to try and hold on to these tyres for now. They should start catching us. They're on the faster compound, pushing their engines harder. But I'm not too bothered about that. We are playing the long game. Especially since they're going to have tyre heating issues soon. Because they're going to hit harder than us. And we are keeping this gap at 1 second. Which is good to see. So just playing a long game, really. Not a lot happening in the first part of the race. Lauer in first. Makarova in third. Top 2 are kind of starting to get away from the rest. Can Makarova hustle a bit to get close? I'm surprised Kanjuro's not really caught up with us, because he is pushing his engine. I'm happy with how things are. I mean, he is catching us ever so slightly. But Parton, with a good qualifying, is down in 6th. And Thornton are going to be one of our bigger threats this season. So he's catching us now, but his tyre wear's pretty bad. Because he's overheating them. So you'll have to pit first anyway. He's not gaining on us that much. He's gaining, in 2 laps, he's gaining on us by 1/10 of a second. And he's pitting a good 2 or 3 laps before us, so he might have to pit one more time than us if everything goes according to plan. We've got a second on 4th place. We'll try and back up for now. I'm going to leave Lara as it is because they are not conserving, so we need to keep going. Obviously 4th will start to catch us now. We've got to play the long game here. Right, that cooled down a bit. Right, we've got a bit of a gap now. He's pushing his tyre, so he's pitting soon. We're playing the long game, as I said, so I'm not too bothered about this. There's not a lot going on, but that's to be expected in the first race. Plus, he's already pitted, you see. He's already pitted. Car condition's not great for Makarova. I think she's got a chance to win, so she's going to back off as much as the both are actually, because these are pitting. The time we lose by going slower, we should get back by not having to repair. That's the idea anyway. Patton's back here in 3rd now. Obviously we don't want to double stack these guys, but 11 laps is the minimum that we need. Makarova will just about get there, I think. Right, we'll fast forward a bit. Patton's kind of fallen away a bit. I don't know where he is. He's got our strategy, so he is our main threat again. And he's catching us now. He's pitting now, though. And Makarova will pit this lap once she gets past the pit stop. That's Lara, not Makarova. Fuel will fill up. See that gearbox on her is like 38%. It's not great. And Lara will pit next lap. She can probably attack for a bit now. I think these tyres will last. No, they won't. Jesus Christ. Right, you pit fresh laps, fill up on fuel. Okay, our park condition is a bit better. No mistake. Hamilton's in for repairs. We're behind the Team Kirov guys, but they've obviously not filled up to the max. I'll be going down here. So 3rd and 4th, but they've got to pit again a lot sooner than us, and they're going to have one more pit stop than us. So I think still 1st and 2nd. I think De Kester and all that are all going to pit before one more time as well. So not too shabby. We've got what we want. We can get a 1-2 finish here. Not a lot of action in this race actually. There's nothing really happening. That first lap there's a few overtakes in that, and then it's kind of same as really. See, the teams behind us are pushing their engine as hard as possible, and we're just chilling. See, Team Kirov are pitting again already. So I think we're just going to hold fire and just go along and don't care what other teams are doing around us. If we get overtaken, so be it. They're going to pit one more time than us anyway. See, De Kester's pitting already. It's like, if he overtakes us, it's pointless. So, Pisani's crashed. Who was he for? Do we care about him? Eastwood? Not really. I mean, Modi's got a bit of a lead now, but 8-second lead, we can make that back. Pitting now. Right, you need to attack actually. They need to attack. Attack for a bit to get these tyre heating up. Where did Modi come out at 6 and on the sort of super soft, so she's pitting again. We'll attack for a lap or 2. Oh, we're going to need repairs. Just rather unfortunate. But so are they, I think, so they're pushing their engine again, so... Is it the gearbox? It's going to be the gearbox. On both. I think the rest might hold up. Oh no, Makarova's got plenty of parts that are going wrong. Oh dear. Right, keep going. See what happens. Might as well just keep going as fast as possible now. Not pitting for a while. No rain. Got an 8-second lead on the 8th position. 3rd position. Right, attack again. Attack again. 1 tyres, that's fine. Right, you're pitting this lap. 10 laps remaining. Fix and fix. We'll attack with both drivers here. If we're slow enough, if we're good enough here, Lara might get a super soft stint in, but I think it won't be worth it anyway. Right, we've just got to hope for no mistake on these repairs here. Right. Makarova's out in 10th, but a lot of people ahead of her, apart from Modi, are going to pit again. So those repairs have cost us a bit, unfortunately. Unless Modi and Parton need repairs in the future. Right, attack overtake because you're coming in this lap. And you're going to need repairs as well. And a lot of them. What's the crucial parts in this race? I think we're just fixing it up for the best and hope the rest have to fix stuff as well. In for a minute though. I'm gonna risk it with the rear wing, to be honest. Oh, we're doing so well until that happened. We're just gotta hope for other pit stops now. Right, keep going. Alright, Lara's in 10th. Do Parton and Modi need repairs? Neither do. If they have the repairs, we're in good position. If they don't need repairs, we're in bad position. It's pretty that simple, really. Makarova can attack for a bit now, actually. Try and get past, yes. No, we're going to ignore that rear wing. That's fine. How's Modi and Parton doing? We can get podium. Okay, Parton's pitting again. Or crashing out. Bergman's going to have to pit. So we are in 4th. Margate doesn't have an issue. Great. If we had an Earthsperk, we're winning this race. That's what's annoying me. Okay, you can back up now. You can attack for a bit. So that's remaining. Hashimoto's retired. That was a mechanical issue, so Lara's going to get some ground. Margate doesn't have an issue, but Modi doesn't. Parton does. Final lap. Oh, okay. Everyone attack overtake then. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nurse Perk would get the win, but those repairs deadly. 4th and 5th, can't complain. A bit of a rigged game there. Like when everything breaks down, he's screwed. Parton gets a very lucky win there. We wish to have had that. He's lucky that we got rid of Engelhardt, because Engelhardt would have won that if he hadn't have crashed. But we get our objective anyway. Both drivers get points, which is kind of the main thing. If we get 2 drivers that finish 3rd and 4th a lot, we'll win the team. So I don't think anyone else. Well, they did. So we should have the same amount of points. So 4th and 5th, we get bonus points, I think, for qualifying first. That's going to put us in 2nd, 3 points behind Thornton. If we can keep up with them until we get our reliability up, we can win these races. So expected result 4th, came in 2nd. We need this to be up as soon as possible. Jesus Christ. Want that nurse perk. So be. So that'll do it for this race. I am actually going to ask for money for my chairman here. Where's my chairman? Might as well, because I think we're going to keep coming 4th or above. So that'll keep going up. Yeah, interview, reject for now. We had a mistake-free weekend. Although we can hire some more here. Hire 4 more. A 0% chance to make a mistake here on board. Hire. You can do the front track you're on board and the rest are rejected. I'm not going to hire pit crew who have a base chance to make a mistake. I mean, they make more mistakes on the show to begin with. Right, mistake chance. Who can do tyres? You can do tyres and refuel. Get rid of you then. Tyres and fixing. Okay, you can do refuel. What can you do? Can these guys do tyres? My jacks? Not really. 6 and 8. I think it's worth it just to get rid of the mistake chance. Their mistake chance 0. Okay, they're all 0. I'm just going to point that out. But hopefully next time we can actually get a better position than that, because I think it's possible. That was a decent outing. It's just the repairs killed us there with Enrique Lara there. But I will see you next time. So let's play Motorsport Manager of Levingston Motors.